Huh. That sucks. You know, guys, that was my actual hand, by the way, so, I guess you get to see something, but listen up, guys. Before I start today's video, I just want to quickly apologize for the lack of videos over the last week. I've been extremely busy with classes, extremely busy with work, and I'm just handling some other issues that call for the Scat Master in real life, alright? So, apologies for that, but I will say, I do have a very large video. I'm talking like near 20-minute video on the way for you guys very soon, so if you're excited for that, or if you want to see that, just let me know down in the comments below. It's kind of a different one, but I decided to make a video instead very quickly for today because, as you can see here, this comes out from Charlie Intel. In October, Phil Spencer said the acquisition of Activision Blizzard would build a culture that strives to empower everyone to do their best work. 4 months later, Xbox and Phil Spencer are laying off 1,900 employees at Xbox, primarily at Activision Blizzard. That's right, guys, just to quickly sum this one up, nearly 2,000 people have been fired by Microsoft and Phil Spencer, most of them being affiliated with Activision Blizzard. That includes all of our development studios that work on Call of Duty and several other studios that do behind-the-scenes shit with Xbox. And before I go any further, let me just say this. I know today's video is going to be extremely polarizing. I don't expect many people to be a fan of what I have to say in today's video because unfortunately the Scat Master has gotten to the point with Activision and Call of Duty where I don't really think sympathetically. I don't really think with my heart for Call of Duty anymore. I think logistically. I use my brain nowadays, and that's kind of difficult for me to say because I'm the fucking Scat Master and all I do is spew bullshit on the internet. But for that exact reason, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be very honest in today's video, and a lot of people are going to be upset with what I have to say. So let me just start by saying, I am not going into this video thinking with my heart. I am thinking with my brain, as should everybody else here, except for the people who were actually laid off by Microsoft. Now, I'm not making this video talking about, oh, haha, you lost your job, fuck you. No, it's nothing like that, okay? Today's video is not just a hate banter bullshit type of video where I'm aiming at somebody specifically, except for these two motherfuckers, and rather, I am talking to the community. I need you guys to stop with this fucking excessive, sympathetic crybaby bullshit all over the place. There's a lot of facts that need to be talked about in today's video, and I don't want to stretch it out any longer, so we're just gonna continue with some of the shit that's been going on. Microsoft has laid off the entire customer support team at Activision. High Moon Studios appears to have lost over 10% of their staff as part of today's layoffs. Per sources, High Moon was actively developing Fortune's Keep's return, along with other Call of Duty support efforts. And I don't think I need to keep on reading all of these, but I'll put them on the screen for you guys. Oh look, there's Sledgehammer Games as well, 25% of their staff. That's fucking tough, I'm not gonna lie. 1 out of every 4 just fucking Thanos snapped off the face of the earth. I understand the difficulties in losing a job. Now, I've never been laid off, and if I have ever been laid off, it's certainly not over some corporate bullshit. But that's exactly the fucking point that you guys need to understand is this is typical corporate bullshit. Whenever there's a merger between two companies, one is acquiring the other one. If you have a specific role at your company and another company has just bought out your company and they have somebody that does your role, you are getting booted out. More than likely, like 9 out of 10 times, that's just the way mergers work, okay? So for the dummies out there, not the gooch lickers, I'm just talking, you know, some people that are not too well acclimated or familiar with the way business works and all this corporate bullshit. You guys have seen that episode of The Office, right? Where Dunder Mifflin has to do this downsizing shit because the other branch is kind of eating theirs and they're merging, and Michael Scott needs to fire a bunch of fucking people. He really doesn't want to do it, but at the end of the day, you kind of have to fucking do it. That's just the realistic, severe way that this has to work out. I'm not saying any of these people deserve to lose their jobs, but I am gonna say one thing, and this is the part that's going to hurt a lot of people. And when I say this, I am not directing this at any of the developers that have lost their job. These people are going to land on their feet. Not 100% guaranteed, but more than likely, and I'll get into that part specifically in a bit. But Scadmaster responded to one of Charlie Intel's tweets talking about how this is devastating and all that other shit. I said, I genuinely think this is for the better. I don't really care what the reasoning is, but there needed to be some significant change. GG's to the employees, no one's safe at a job, but there's ways to make your spot harder to let go. And I need you guys to really grasp that idea. Nobody is safe at a job. You are entirely expendable. Now, there's ways to make your spot at the job harder to let go, but unfortunately for our developers with Call of Duty, I just don't necessarily think many of them have kind of earned that privilege, and I know that's gonna be a little bit of a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. The gooch lickers might be up in arms. All of these people talking about, oh, it's devastating. If you have anything negative to say about the developers right now, go fuck yourself. I know, but listen up, I'm the Scab Master. I'm not here to play the nice guy. I'm here to just tell you what the fuck I'm thinking, and what I'm thinking is, there might have been some people that got to stay, and it might have not only been to do with the fact that somebody else is acquiring their role. Some people actually kind of deserve their spots a little bit more than others. Not saying a specific developer was shitting the sheets and that's why they deserve to get fired. No, like I said, a lot of this is corporate bullshit, but we're not gonna sit here and act like every single one of these developers, nearly 2,000 of them, are all doing their goddamn hardest work to do and not just eating fucking money for free. We're not doing all that bullshit. We're not playing dumb right now. We're not playing all this sympathetic bullshit. Oh, hold on, and another thing. To all of these big name streamers and these fucking news outlets like Charlie Intel, Ghost of Hope, everybody else, to the people who are spamming, oh, devastating, oh, this is heartbreaking, you need to be kinder to the developers. You know, I wish some of you guys had this exact same energy when all of these lawsuits came out about Activision, about some of these women in the workplace being harassed. You didn't really stand on that shit when it was going down, were you? No, a lot of you people sent out a fucking tweet and kept it moving. Oh, but now a lot of these people get fired and now it's devastating. Oh, that's devastating, not the other shit that was going on. Look, it's just interesting to see which of these people are choosing which battles. But anyways, we're not just gonna sit here and pretend like the corporations that you chose to work for aren't gonna do corporation bullshit when corporation shit needs to happen. But then I had a little bit of a change of heart, not necessarily, but I cleared this up saying, upon further consideration, GG's to the developers who lost their job. It sucks. Hopefully they land on their feet, and they probably will. But now thinking with my brain, that's just typical corporate shit. I still stand on what I said, nothing personal, but I've wanted a near clean wipe in Call of Duty for years. And I think that is the most important part about this, aside from the fact that a lot of people need to shake things up right now and find a new job, which anybody would have to fucking do. Call of Duty needs something like this. It needs a fucking purge. I'm sorry that it has to go down this way, but at some point or another, we can't just deal with the exact same bullshit that we've been dealing with for the last 5 years. Remember, a lot of people were praising Microsoft for acquiring Activision. And why? Because the people at Activision were not getting the shit done correctly. And unfortunately, it's the lower end developers that are getting the short end of the stick. I can guarantee you right now, the people that are making a fuck ton of money, they're probably staying. And it sucks. But at the same time, we are not sitting here and acting like you're going to keep your job when corporate shit happens after providing us dog shit titles for the last 5 fucking years. If Microsoft is thinking as a corporation, which I guarantee you they are, they're probably looking at this entire situation saying, look, Call of Duty and Activision, they're sitting on an IP that could easily earn a fuck ton more money than whatever method they're using to earn it. That being said, you choose to work for corporations, you are subjecting yourself to corporation bullshit. Microsoft probably is looking at this saying, hey, we could save a whole lot more money not having these near 2,000 people. And yes, some of them might be nice people, great people, doing their best with the studios and the franchise. Some of them might even have done a change that I support. But at the end of the day, for 5 years straight, you cannot produce bullshit and act like your job is safe anywhere. Now, in regards to these people who have been let go, some of you guys are still thinking with your heart, talking about, oh, but these people have medical bills to handle and you don't know what situation they're in, they might have needed this job. Look, the Scadmaster's a human being at the end of the day. I completely understand. I am not gooch licking for corporations. I'm gonna tell you right now, Microsoft, I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck you guys. But at the same time, Activision, you have done some of the nastiest, worst deeds I've seen a corporation corporation in the gaming industry participate in. So now that I need to think logically without my heart and I see something like this is an email from Activision's president, Rob Kostic, or whatever the fuck his name is, the new Bobby Cosby, who's hopefully not on that Cosby shit, if you know what I'm saying. He sends out an email just, saying sorry essentially. But the bottom paragraph is very important. He says, "We are supporting those impacted during this transition with extended healthcare, severance pay, bonuses, job transition support, and more for US employees. And for non-US employee support will be consistent with local rules and regulations. You will receive an invite from your team leader to further discuss how we will work through these changes. Today's a tough day, blah blah blah." Listen, severance pay, extended healthcare. It sounds like some of these people have a cushion. And when life calls and you have a cushion, you appreciate that cushion and you go ahead and make the most of what you have with it. I can almost guarantee you, none of these people are just landing flat on their face day one. That's not happening. I'm not trying to defend corporation bullshit, but that's just not how it happens. A lot of these people will have a slight bit of a cushion, and what they do with that cushion is up to them. A lot of these people are talented, they're great at their jobs. Go to a different studio, go to a different development team, different corporation that hopefully isn't going through a merger, first of all. And secondly, now that you know the conditions of working under Activision, work somewhere where you won't be treated like monkey shit. You can't go around your entire life living this whole fairy tale of, "Oh my god, I did a horrible job, but that's because my boss, my CEO, was harassing women. I don't deserve to lose my job. I've only created 5 piles of dog shit." No, we're not doing that, okay? I'm sorry. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's reality. That is life. Just because you created a Call of Duty game does not mean you are immune to corporation bullshit. If you're working for a company and you hear the word merger, either pull you and your team shit together or prepare for the worst. Now, once again, I just feel the need to reiterate this. For whatever reason, if any developer or developer sympathizer is in the comments section watching this video, I am not saying any of these developers deserve to lose their job. I'm sure not all of them are the reason for SBMM or these fucking microtransactions that are bullshit in the game that has contributed to the downfall of Call of Duty. I'm refraining from making an Infinity Ward joke right now as well, just out of respect, but it needs to be said. Call of Duty needed some type of major change, and it sucks that this has to be one of the changes, but if this is what's gonna produce us better quality products, I'm hoping that the developers who are let go look at the situation, and if they really cared about Call of Duty and they see an improvement in Call of Duty, I'm not saying they're the reason and they shouldn't feel as though they are the reason, but if they really do care, they will understand. They will appreciate any significant improvements to Call of Duty, whether or not they're involved with it. And to the developers who lost their job that were not contributing shit to this franchise and possibly even bringing it down, I don't know what to say, man. Gulag. Take the short bus over to Epstein Island with Bobby Cosby. I don't know. All I do know is Call of Duty needs some sort of fucking change, and if this is the hard way to do it, then so be it. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Regardless on your feelings of the developers, do you think this is gonna have a positive impact on Call of Duty in the future? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
This ain't in my body.